Uh, hey everyone, my name is Faiz, and today I would love to go through the project documentation of my budget management app that I have built using the Ruby and Rails project. So let's go to the description part. This Ruby on Rails project is about building a mobile web application where we can manage our budget. So we will have a list of transactions associated with the category so that we can see how much money we can spend and on what particular entity. So just talking about the features, so this app is going to have a features like the registers. So a new user can register and log in so that the data is private to them. Then there would be a features of introducing a new transaction associated with the category. Then the last is like see the money spent on each category. Since we are building a budget management app, so every money that has been spent has to be associated with each category. So talking about the design elements, so I have choose the original design idea by the Grigori Vela on the Behance, so it falls on the Creative Commons license, so I'm very thankful to him. And it's a great design. So if we talk about the database, so the my database would have the schema according to the this particular entity relationship diagram. So it is going to have a table with the user, entity, and the group. If you see the diagram shows that a user has a name and can be associated with many groups. Each group also has a name and the icon. Transactions have the author ID, which links them to a specific user, as well as the name, amount, and the creation date. So if we move forward, so let's see what would be the testing requirement. So the I have created a unit and the integration test for all the most important components of my ROR application. Then the technical requirements, I have used the Postgres as a database. I have used the device for the authentication and the authorization, validate all the user input to make sure that anyone with the bad intentions cannot compromise your app, and then finally deploying the app using the render services. So what I'm also going to cover is the important, interesting features that was really interesting was like the deployment on the render. So it involves a few steps to deploy the app finally to the render. So I will show you how I actually did, and I will also showcase like how we can deploy the ROR project on uh, the render. So I will let you walk through my the code, the app structure, the directory structures. So we have a app folder inside the app. I'm having a style sheets that is all in application.css. So main CSS file would be having the all the codes of my app will be in this file particularly. So and the all the controllers will be here in the controllers. So there are application controller, then there are categories controller, then there are expenditures controller, then splash screen controller, and user controller. So and I've also have few models here, that is the user.rb, expenditure.rb, category expenditure.rb. So these are the basic models that was required for building this project. Then if we talk about the views, so there are views for a lot of categories, then device and the expenditures. We can see a few of the views. Okay. And finally, like to deploy, there are the few requirements we have to go through. First is like we need to ensure about that the app is actually having a error free. So first of all, let's check the Linux error. Is it good to go or not? So you can see that we are having no Linux error. Then let's see the whatever the test we have written. So basically, it is going to be in the spec folder. So we are having a spec folder here where I have written the test for the features and then the models and the request. So we can I will let me show you the few test cases that I have written. Okay. For example, this is the test for the category spec.rb. Then similarly, there is a test written for the expenditure spec.rb, and there is a test for the user spec.rb. We will run this test and ensure that all our components and the models are working ex, as per our expectations. So, so it will take a few minutes to like load the all the test cases because there are a lot of tests and our test has started. You can see the Chrome is being controlled by the automated test software, and you see, so it is going to like verify for the lot of uh, two users. Basically, I have written the test, so it is going to like test, and this is all is an automated test. Okay, and till now I guess it is working fine enough, and let's see what would be the result of this test. So basically, it is also testing the all the indexes as well, the views, everything. So it will take some time. So we need not to worry and have patience while it perform. Yeah. So finally, hooray! We have passed all the 60 examples or the test cases we have written. So before deploying, so we have like ensure about like all the linters are passing, all the test cases are passing. Now we can move to the next steps, that is like to deploy to the our ROR to the renders. So we have to create, first thing is we have to go to the config folder, then we have to create the we have to go to the bin folder, and you can see that I've already created a render build.sh file. Let's go through. So this is a very important steps while when you are like planning to deploy your app to the this render. So you have to include this bundle install, bundle access, rails ss precompile, then ss clean and db migrate. Then the another most important step is like you have to create one more file, that is the render.yml file, and you can see it has to be configured this way. So basically I have named my database as a postgres, and the plan has to be free. Then this is also a very important. You have to configure the build command as a bin render.build.sh, the sh file that we have created earlier. Then we have to like the when we are talking about the environment variables, we have to set the key values as the rail master key. So after this, I'm going to like show you like this is a very important step. Like we have to generate a master key that is also required. So basically, you are supposed to have a master key in your application. So when you see here, there is a file named .master key. So there basically it's a very uh, secret key that is generated here. So let's copy this, and we will be requiring in our next step. So let's quickly go to the our renders. So let me go to the render dashboard. So it is actually asking me to like log in. So I'm using my GitHub credentials to log in to the render. So when you come to the dashboard, you see you will get an interface like this. Then you have to go to the blueprint sections here. Then you have to come to the new blueprint instance. So we will be like creating a new instance for this. Okay, and we'll also make sure that everything is committed. So we have one changes to like commit. So we are going to deploy our latest commit. So that is also an the this crucial part. So we are going to see the git status. First clear this. Then we will use the git status to check the status. So this our branch is not updated. So we are going to like use git commit. So we are going to use git commit, then then our message. So since I have lastly updated the readme file, so I'm going to give the message update readme file. After that, enter. Then git push origin. Then our repo name, the branch name is deployment. So as you can see that our commit has been performed. Let's check the status again. Git status. So now finally we are having a message that our branch is up to date with the origin deployment. Let's go to the render. Let's connect our repository. So uh, I have created a repository by the name GitHub. So in this we are going to like deploy the deployment branch on the render. So let's come here and connect our app repo. So you can see that we have to like deploy. Basically I'm going to like deploy the branch with a deployment name. So I will be choosing the deployment here, and it will show you that there is a database post create and the redis and the web service rail. And as I've shown you that we have to keep a track of our master.key. Let's again copy this, and let's come to the render. Then we have to enter the value. So Once you have chosen, so we have to give the name as well. Okay, so I'm giving the name as budget app. Then we have to apply these changes and wait for the deployment. You can see that our Redis has been generated, and we are going to like wait for the like our database also on the render gets created. So it is also going to take few minutes. Taking a longer time than I'm expecting, but soon we are going to see the some result over here. So as you can see, our database is also created. So let's return to the dashboard, and you see our deployment process has been started. So let's come to the logs and see what is happening. So our app has been published, but still it has not been deployed in a rightful manner. But let's see. Let's go for the manual deploy and deploy the latest commit. So it is actually building. As you can see that our app has been successfully deployed. So let's quickly check the link. It's here. So the result is good. Let's go through the app demonstrations. Let's create a new user. So let it be Rim, then Zuckerberg. Email ID can be the co-founder. Password 123456 as of now. So it is working fine. We can check for the ad category. It's good, working fine. Then let's see the all expenditures. So everything is working fine as expected. So thank you so much, and I hope you will get some benefit like how to deploy on the render with this. Thank you for watching this video. Bye everyone.